Hi everyone, welcome to my HK Unique World. This is a YouTube channel. This channel is made for to give you the information about the world history, literature, world sports, and the world famous persons. First of all, I would like to discuss today about the human origins in Africa. The first question is this, that what were the earliest human look like? There is a great questions, and if we talk about the human civilization, first of all we have to talk about the continent of Africa, because the human origins footprint was found in Africa, East Africa, especially in Tanzania. Mary Leakey and her husband Louis Leakey were exploring and led expedition to the East Africa, Tanzania. They found Homo habilis species, especially and also the human footprint, which were called the Australopithecines, and they are called the hominids in 1978. And later in 1976, US anthropologist Donald Johanson led an expedition to the Ethiopia, where he found a female skeleton, and he gave the skeleton name of Lucy, which the name was famous for a special name, and that was a female skeleton. So if we talk about the human civilization, the inception of the human beings, definitely we are actually to talk about the African continent. In this way we can trace the history, and archaeologists like Mary Leakey and Louis Leakey and their son Richard Leakey, also here and there, especially in Africa, digging some places and caves and some lands. They found some skeletons and other symbols of the modern human beings, and from that sense we can say that the human civilization began in Africa. And from the Homo habilis, who were the first species of human being, were the skilled man, because they were able to make the tools, they were able to make some necessary things by using stones and other things by in taking the source of natural elements and from the other things. So the Homo habilis were upright man, those who walk upright, and they proved that they had the large brain, they have the capacity to survive themselves. They were able to travel from one place to another, and they were doing a lot of things by using natural resources. And then later one kind of species of human being appeared in Java in Indonesia, and also in Peking in China. They are called the Homo erectus, and Homo erectus species were more intelligent and adaptable than the Homo habilis. And Homo habilis, when they used to make some weapons and their necessary things by using the stone, and the Homo erectus since they were intelligent than the Hopi habilis, they were the first human being were able to make fire. By using this fire, they changed the history of the ancient. And definitely fire was used in different purposes, because fire saved them from the wild animals. They used fire for cooking their foods. In this way they led a nice life, and they were very famous with their struggling lives. They were not staying in one place, because they looked like the gypsies. They were going from one place to another, so their history was developed. Then if we talk about the modern human beings, the modern human beings species are called the Homo sapiens. And before talking about the Homo sapiens, we have to talk about the Neanderthal mans and also Cro-Magnons. They were the two species. Neanderthal man's skeleton was discovered by the Neander Valley in Germany by some laborers who were working in the cave Neander Valley. So they found a skeleton, and that by after researching it has been proved that the Neanderthal men were also the human species, and they lead also a struggle life. Their head was a little bit thick, and the Homo sapiens origins is not coming from the Neanderthal, because the Neanderthal man or this species were vanished after 40 years 40,000 years ago. And later the Cro-Magnons species, there were also skeleton found in France cave. From there some laborers found the skeleton. From the Cro-Magnon species, the Homo sapiens actually appeared. So we can say the Homo sapiens, those were called the intelligents, and they have the great resemblance with the modern peoples. And definitely we can say that our forefathers and ancestors is coming from the Homo sapiens species. So the human inception and their civilization and their struggles began from the African continent, and Homo sapiens were able to use their tools and their weapons, and they actually were the hunters in previous times. Actually, in ancient time, the Homo sapiens they proved their survival fitness, because they were the developed the human brain, and their developed activities, behaviors were great. So Homo sapiens they hunted the wild animals. The women's were working especially in they were able to make houses by using natural resources, and they were able to cook their foods. And sometimes when they find some seeds, and they were scattered into the areas when they stay at home, and from that seeds the crops were grown up, and the male person were going for hunting, for killing wild animals, for eating and other things. So they lead the civilization in this way. My topic is today is how the human beings origins in Africa, and the world history actually talks about the world human civilizations. And my channel is actually made for this purpose, to inform you the world literature, the world history, and the world famous persons, world sports, what is happening around the world. So if you want to know more about this channel, you are requested to subscribe my channel and press the like and bell button, so that you can find more videos. So before going to end my discussion, I would like to say something more about the history. The history makes men wise. So the importance of learning history will lead you go to the past events, and you can find the narrative consecutively history of the ancient civilization, and also the medieval history, and also the modern history, and also the ultra modern history, and definitely that would be a very helpful for us. And thank you very much for watching my videos, and this is the first video. Inshallah next time I will try to level best to give you more informative and fantastic videos. Thank you.